Hey guys, Czar here. Hope all is well and trust you're having an amazing day. I just wanted to take a few minutes and walk through a discussion on why I recently changed how I trade. And the way I'll do that is by answering three simple questions. The first question is, what exactly did I change? Why did I change it? And what you can expect in my trading going forward. The first question is, what exactly did I change? Well, the primary change is moving from measuring my trades in points to using R values and R multiples. And as a natural function of that, many of my trades are now seeking larger profit targets if they were measured in points. And thirdly, I'm also now showing various ways to manage trades, different ways, different styles, different techniques, and I'm discussing those in my videos. So here's an example of how I used to show my trades. And here's an example of how I show them now, right? So the previous slide, you will notice that I'm not showing R multiples. I'm just taking a point profit target at a particular structure level, for instance. This one turned out to be nearly 2-to-1, but I didn't talk about whether it was 2-to-1 or 1-to-1 or 1.25 or what have you. And then this is the way I'm showing my trades now. You'll see a target of 1R here on the trade slide. You will see 1.5 R and you will see 2 R. I may even add 3 R going forward, or 4 or 5 or 6 R. We'll see how that develops. But for now, I'll show an ultimate target of 2, interim target of 1.5 R, and of course a 1 R, and then discuss various ways some traders may manage these trades. The second question is, why did I change it? It's a very good question. When I was on vacation about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I really began to think a lot about how difficult my normal method of trading is to replicate. The reality is the vast majority of my members on my Telegram group, my viewers on YouTube, and followers on Twitter simply don't have nearly 4 decades of trading experience like I do, and therefore simply have not developed the artistry and the ability to apply instinct and discretion the way that I do in managing my trades, exiting positions, moving stops, and so on and so forth. And so I really wanted to develop a more mechanical way of thinking and managing trades that anybody could learn and apply in their own trading, regardless of how much or how little experience they've had. And so what can you expect going forward in my trading? Well, first of all, you're going to notice a whole lot more dynamic in-trade management. You will notice me discussing unfolding price action in more detail and talking about the dance and moving stop losses, tightening stops, moving targets in or moving targets out, and various things of that nature in a more dynamic way. You will also likely notice a significant increase in the number of break-even outcomes, and that's just a function of dynamic in-trade management, seeking larger profit targets, and the need to protect the downside and protect capital. When I was seeking 30, 35, 40-point outcomes, which were often 1R outcomes or 1.5 or 1.25 R outcomes, it was not that necessary to move my stops to break even on a very regular basis. With dynamic in-trade management and seeking 2R outcomes, 3R, 4R outcomes, that becomes much more necessary. And so you will see more break-even outcomes, I believe. And thirdly, you will possibly see more routine losses. I don't know this for sure, but I think it is likely. And again, that's just a function of dynamic in-trade management, seeking larger profit targets, and needing to remain in positions longer, thereby exposing myself to more routine losses. That does not mean that this method is less profitable, far from it. In fact, I believe you will notice that in your own trading, as you apply a method and a mindset like this, you will become significantly more profitable. Taking break-evens are not losses. Even taking more routine losses with the expectation of higher gains on your winning trades is a profitable mathematical exercise. I hope you can see that. In short, I want you to know that I'm constantly seeking the most optimal ways to trade for my own trading, but also for yours. I'm also constantly seeking the most optimal ways to teach these things to you. And when I was thinking about these things while I was on vacation, I realized that there probably is a better way. And I think that this is a more optimal way to do it. But as most of you know, my ultimate goal is to simplify the complex world of trading. And day trading in particular is one of the most difficult and challenging professions on the face of the earth. And if there's anything that I can do to make this as simple and as straightforward and as mechanical as possible, then I'm going to do it. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. I will continue to evaluate the way I'm doing things, and I encourage your feedback along the way as always. Thanks for being here. Thank you for your support. Have an amazing day. We'll talk soon.